Greetings from me, Silver, and welcome to some kind of question answering stuff. I don't know. Just since I'm over in America for this summer, I'm going to answer some questions in one of the many videos that I have as my backup. So yeah, I asked for some questions over on Twitter, and I got some questions, and then I will answer those, and it shall be awesome. Maybe we'll see. I'll take them in the order I got them, and it's around 20 questions or something. Ignore the game in the background if you feel like it. I just felt that I needed some footage, and I am not recording this live like I usually do with my videos. I'm actually recording the questions first and the video later, but you guys are not going to know anything about that. Anyway, so let's dive right into the questions, shall we? Question number 1. They will not be ordered anywhere else than this one, but... Question number 1. What did you do before YouTube and Fun for Freedom? This is a very good question. And the answer is that I was actually a member of Mario Fan Games Galaxy. Yeah, that's correct. Forgot the name there at the moment. Where I made Mario fan games and really bad sprite comics. I don't have the sprite comics anymore, so I can't actually show you them. But hey, take my word for it. My fan games were a little bit better though. You can actually find it if you search for Super Mario Twisted. I think the actual name of that was on the main page. You should find one that I made under the name of Green Mushroom. Yay. Next question. Question number 2, because I still know which number I'm at. What is your favorite Pokemon and Pokemon game? Because I like Pokemon, so this is naturally a good question. And for Pokemon, this would be Chikorita, Chinx, Castform, Mew, Scyther, and Servine. I have many favorite Pokemon. If I had to pick one of those, though, that's going to be tricky. I mean, I like bug types, but Chikorita's cute, Servine's pretty cool too. It's so difficult to jump. I can't just choose one. As for Pokemon game, I'm a big fan of Heart Gold, actually, not Soul Silver. Just so much things to do, and that's really great. And I'm going to throw in a spin-off, which would be Gates to Infinity, the third Pokemon, actually it would be fourth. Fourth Pokemon Mr. Dungeon game. I'm a big fan of that series as well. Question number 3. How did you and MC meet? Also, do you plan on moving to America anytime soon? Answer for this one. I met him for a thing called Bob's Game. There was this massive hype of delicious. Some guy were going to make a game, and he's been working on it for 5 years, but apparently never worked on it for 5 years. He just started when he told us. Anyway, it's a long story. So to shorten up, MC and I were members on that forum, the Bob's Game forum, and MC decided to one day hold the world's longest Skype call. And I tuned in because it was summer and I didn't have anything better to do. So I listened in. It was pretty interesting, actually, and I've never seen a marathon like that before. And the second day, it was pretty slow. Was that the third day? I forget. One of the days it was pretty slow. So I was like, hey, I can talk to you. And then I downloaded Skype, and then I talked to MC, and I had a horrible Swedish accent, which he loved. And then we became best friends. But we didn't become best friends. We were very good friends, though. Anyway, half a year later, the first Silverthon happened. The year after that, I was at Silverthon. It was awesome. As for plans on moving to America, I have no such plans at the moment. It would be fun to do someday, but... yeah, I need proper jobs and monies before I can do anything, so... we'll see what happens. Next question. Sellathon, yes or no? Yes. And that shouldn't even be a question. Next question. 5. Yeah, 5. Pig or zombie? Also a good question. And depending on the type of zombie, it might actually be kind of useful to scare away people, you know, chained up at the lawn, just, I don't want to buy your vacuum cleaners. Well, although pig, having a pig would be way more useful. I mean, bacon and stuff. Zombies can't provide bacon. They eat brains and just rotten stuff. Ugh. Pigs have bacon. I'm saying pig on that one. Alright. What is something you know you do differently than most people? I actually did think on this one for quite a while, to be honest. That was a pretty tricky question to answer. I grumbled days and nights for this one, and I can't actually confirm this because half of that question, something I know I'm doing, it would be void, but something I think I know I do differently than other people is that I actually wrote down two things here, but my waking up routine in the morning. I think that's something I do differently. As I understand it, is pretty much either, you know, alarm clock rings and you just like, I'm just sleeping. I'm trying to wake up. Meanwhile, I'm having like an internal battle with myself. I wake up and either it's one of two choices happens when I wake up. Either it's I'm just fly out of bed and I'm dressed within a minute of waking up. It has happened, it's pretty cool. Or I have to spend 15 minutes trying to get my arm to move because I'm telling my brain to do things and it's like, no, I'm not going to move your arm. I'm sleeping. And then I try to convince it, and I'm like, but arm, if you move, that means I can get out of bed and then we can be productive, and my arm is like, no, but I want to sleep. It's so comfy in this bed. And I'm like, arm, wake up. That goes for the rest of you, body, as well. I want to do things, but my body doesn't want to do things. It's a pretty fun thing. As for other things I like to do is that I like to mess with my routines for fun. Like, I walk different paths and try new food. And things like that. But a lot of people do that, I guess. Anyway, next question. Will you ever make Ender Shadows Season 2? This is a very good question. And the answer to that is maybe. You see, there's been a lot of complications with the thing. I prepared a map and I sent out the map to a couple of people, but they haven't responded ever. So, yeah, things went a little bit downhill on that one. And I have other Minecraft projects planned. And if I'm going to do another Ender Shadows, I need a better structure for it. But still keep it the Ender Shadow spirit of, here's a map, edit the thing and send it back. And still have that story that was apparently created during the thing. Whew. Next question. What are you doing in your free time? I work on, or try to work on, my many projects. They are many projects. Too many projects, even. I do that, or I play video games, watch YouTube, or try to motivate myself into work on my projects. That usually fails, sadly. I have a list of stuff over the projects. I need to roll a dice or something. I don't know. So there's tons of that. But it's mostly just relax and work on my own stuff. Mostly relax, sadly. I should work more on working on my own stuff. Question number 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 even. Wow, we're going through here. How good are you? I'm Gary! What was your first game? Jumping straight into the next question. Let's see, the earliest game I can remember having, not counting those real cheap, portable, strange things and other things, was actually an NES with one of those 500 games cartridge. Well, I'm not sure if that was actually built into the system even. I don't remember. But it was, you know, essentially just the same 10, 12 games, just with various Game Shark codes enabled, so you had like a list, huge list, and we tried to find which game in that list is the one we like with the versions. Some of those games included Super Mario Brothers, Contra, that weird Popeye game that they remade into Mario at some point, I think. That's the version I had. And also, Ye Are Kung Fu! That was good times. Good times, I say. Oh boy, I missed that thing. I don't know what happened to it. It was pretty good, and that was pretty long ago. That was my first video game. The very first one I owned for myself was actually a Game Boy. The classic one, of course, with Super Mario Land 2. So that was pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. It took me 2 weeks to beat that game. Yeah. Alright, next question. Yes or no? Of course. For this one, giving a serious answer, I say it has to depend on the situation, but I do tend to say yes more than no, for various reasons. But I like the sound of yes more than no. Anyway, but again, it's supposed to be positive, negative, so anyway. Next question. Do you have a job, and what do you want to become? I do have a job, actually, finally, for once. And that's as an IT pilot, which is basically just being the assistant to the IT guy at the school that I'm working at. It's pretty fun though, and it's pretty relaxing, pretty slow. At some days we just keep on running around fixing computers and stuff, but still. As for what I want to become, I have no idea, actually. I do things, and yeah, it keeps on changing. I do things that interests me, like making video games and movies would be cool. On the other hand, free time and stuff. Anyway, next question. Whew. How do you feel about the... Oh, well, yeah, this question, I need to rewrite that one. How do you feel about what you do, in Fun for Freedom and Cellathon? This is a great question, I like it. But I feel like I could do more. I mean, I'm not really that much on the Mumble server, and I'm not really playing much on the Minecraft server. I'm not really that much of a online multiplayer guy. Local multiplayer, sure, but online multiplayer? I just don't do those things. And I never write on the forums either, basically. I keep watching the forums. I read the forums, of course, but I never really write things in the forums. But, you know, as long as people give me some feedback and stuff, I'll keep improving. And that's pretty good. So yeah, I improve. Oh boy, this question. Alright. How did you discover Josh Woodward, and what made you like his music so much? Heh. If you don't know, I'm a big fan of Josh Woodward's. Josh Woodward. Free music. It's pretty cool. Anyway, to answer that question, it was pretty long time ago. I found him when I was looking for royalty-free music for some weird project that I had. One of the Stuff Happens, I think, or something. No, probably even further back. But I stumbled in from his site from Incompetech. Another one of those royalty-free music sites. It was probably a rainy day, too. Actually, one rainy day... Let's read it. Let's say it as I wrote it down. One rainy day, it was probably rainy, I went back to the site and started to listen to his music more. Because I didn't have anything better to do back in the day, apparently. And I got stuck ever since because his music is so awesome. And it's awesome because most of them, or pretty much all of them actually, is told as a story, with only the chorus being repeated every once in a while, you know? I mean, there was one song I listened to at the time of recording, or today at the time of recording, which was basically no line was repeated twice, and it was just this coherent story of awesome that I liked. I'm not really a big fan of repetitions, so that, let's say, the Call Me Maybe song, I don't know the actual name of that one. Ugh. You get the message through with like the first 3 lines, and then the rest of the song is just a repeat. Ugh. But I'm not here to hate on that song, I'm here to talk about Josh Woodward. Hehe. Of course, the main exception to this don't like repetitions thing is actually video game music, but most of that has, you know, limits on that one too. But another reason I like Josh Woodward is because they're pretty easy to sing along to, and I am impressed that he's a one-man band with that quality. I mean, seriously, I saw him record like 2 of those songs. Let's see, it was She Lost Her Wings, and I saw a bit of Faded War, I think it was. I saw a bit of record. That was pretty impressive. I like that. Alright. Next one. What's the best way to ask you a question? And to that one I have to say directly, like stand in front of me, ask me a question, but leave me enough time to answer it. So, you know, don't, if it's like tons of people asking questions, ask a short question so I have time to answer it. Don't ask anything too long. Unless it's like, we're walking down the street going to a place and then you can ask me a really complicated question. But mainly just stand next to me to ask me a question. It's pretty useful. Next one. How many toes don't you have? Oh boy. If I have to recount all the numbers, we'll be stuck here forever. Because everything that is not the number that it is, which is 10. I have 10 toes. Yeah. Weird pause there. So yeah, anything that's not that number is the answer to this question. This, of course, includes Cheetos. Ha! Next question! How's America? Well, by the time this video is released, I am stuck in America, so I'll just answer how America is from my previous visits to America, and it's pretty great, actually. Although I have concluded there is more things to do during the summer than there is during winter. But every time I go to America, I really look forward to meeting the people there. Well, the Celothonians. Celothoners. Fun for Freedomers. Those people. And, of course, attending Celothon. It's a pretty great event. Hee but I know that for this summer we have some awesome things planned. I can't really confirm if they went well or not, because, again, this is recorded on Monday, the 1st of July. Yeah. But I'm going to say it's going pretty well anyway. Next one! This one is great. What's your secret skill in making tacos? But if I told you, it wouldn't be a secret anymore now, would it? But I'm going to tell you anyway, because you asked so nicely. I started out with using soft shells, you know, the tortilla breads stuff. That's the good base for it. You don't use those hard shells of maize or whatever those things are made out of. I've tasted those, they're a little... that's the reason I don't eat nachos either. Alright, so you have the base. Good, alright. Make sure that if you have cheese on, this is optional, but cheese is pretty cool. Who's calling me when I'm recording? That was my mom. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Let's see, where were we? I totally forgot. Okay, tacos and stuff. Okay, tortilla. Alright, cheese, that's where we were at. Okay, so, if you have cheese on it, which is optional, make sure to put it on something that's hot. Like, you know, beef and stuff. just so that it melts and it will be all delicious. And my last tip is that don't overfill. That's not good. You just want just enough. And it will be all good and delicious. Oh yeah, tacos. Alright. Next question. We're getting pretty close to the end here now. Oh boy. Alright, do you see future? Do you see future in a career as a Let's Player? Yeah, well, it's pretty hard to say actually. I mean, I love to do different things, you know, video games, movies, Let's Plays, all that kind of stuff. But I don't think I'll ever reach a point where I can survive on making YouTube videos. Although proving myself wrong would be totally awesome. I know MC does it pretty well, but I don't think I can ever reach a level like that. Anyway, for now I'm just content with entertaining people. And yeah, I'm pretty scattered in what I want to do. Let's Plays are easy to make, but I like to do some more Flash movies at some point. They're pretty fun to make and pretty fun to watch, but those things take time, and I don't have the time to do things. I need more time and more motivation. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. Next question! Second to last, in fact. What is your favorite... I can't speak. That phone call threw me off. Oh boy. What is your favorite game genre? Genre. Like RPG or adventure or something like that. It's two of them. It's turn-based strategy and puzzle games. And I'm horrible at both of those. I mean, yeah, I can probably, in turn-based, I can probably outmatch an AI for at normal or PC. But as soon as I'm meeting another player, I'm doomed. I'm doomed, I tell you. It's pretty fun to play though, still. Yeah, Advanced Wars and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's good stuff. Next question, which is also the final question, which is also question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21! Alright, question 21. Silver is the meaning of life, Franker Z? Alas, I am not, but even if I was, that would be weird. So yeah. And that concludes all the questions that you guys have asked. Thanks so much for that, and if this, for some weird reason, turns popular, I guess I can do more of those things. I hope you enjoyed the game in the background and enjoyed my weird answers and the great Josh Woodward music that I'm totally going to put in the edit at some point. If I remember, we'll see. If not, imagine some Josh Woodward music playing in the background. Anyway, so that's so much for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you around. Bye!